Hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo. So this is the Bloodied VATS extra damage version of the hunting rifle, and this thing is a beast. Now, even though I was a little bit wrong in my last video when it comes to how it's calculated, especially post-patch. So somebody named Bleem2002, he actually made a Reddit post on how to break down this kind of stuff, and he actually PM'd me especially. So post-patch, he has a prediction that we're going to be having 190% damage with the crits, especially. Now, there's also the difference in conglomeration that if you were using a bloodied explosive, that you would have more base effect because it also has a 0.4 modifier that you would be having if you had Demo Expert 5 on top of this as well. So you have a maximum yield of damage to 236 percentile that you can actually be generating with this type of weapon if it were bloodied explosive max level. So again, let's get to it. Alright, this bloodied version is actually a one-hit killing machine. So even with myself not having the perk cards and not having that much perception, I literally on this character have 3 perception. I was able to still one-shot level 68s, making sure everything was good, making sure I did my VATS criticals, making sure that sneak was working, making sure everything was working well. Can you imagine if you had a pure perception build on how quick people can die with this kind of setup? It's pretty crazy on how this build is actually a really extremely viable build, and especially in this type of regard. So, in order for you to PvE with this, you actually have a lot of different options available for you. You have Tank Killer for actually taking out the negation of armor. If you are actually using a pure sneak and everything else, you're going to have a 2.5 modifier with every single shot inside sneak. And then if you have sneak and then reduce detection and then armor pieces that actually reduce your protection further, you are never going to get detected even if you are right next to their leg, especially a super mutant. You're just going to stare at them. You're just literally going to walk around the battlefield being like, yeah, I'm fine, don't worry about it. I'm not going to take any damage whatsoever. There's nothing around me that can kill me because nobody knows where the hell I am. So a sneak build is actually very viable in this type of weapon preset. Now, another combo that you would actually love is a bloodied explosive lever action, but I don't currently have my hands on one in particular. But I can probably get my hands on one anyways, especially in this type of build, especially post-patch of the 2-shot explosive nerf. Okay, so here's a very important question for a lot of people. What about killing the queen? What about killing other players? What about defending yourself? Okay, we're going to get into those 3 in one particular. So with queen killing, if you are a pure sneak build, you're doing 2.5 damage and you're having the sneak card and you're having mods on your armor so that you will never be detected anyway in the first place. Whether you are having a full unyielding sentinel build like I have, or you're using a different type of affix, like maybe you're having weapon weight reduction, or you have, let's say for example, you are having ammo weight reduction so you can hold massive amounts of ammo. In either and any way, shape, or form, you can actually be doing a lot of damage to the queen. Maybe not with the actual rifle that I do have in particular, because the amount of DPS is actually severely affected in this case. Because honestly, again, if you're going for the rifle family and we're going for something like that, a handmade would be more preferable than a hunting rifle in this case when it comes to a kill all be all weapon, because all you have to do is put that hardened receiver on or that prime receiver on so that you can do superior damage. Now, I made a video about prime versus unprime, especially in its current state, not its post-patch state. So, you're going to be having to deal with excess amount of materials and what you're going to be needing to do. Again, if you're mainly just questing around, this is a very good combo. It's going to save you a lot of ammo because you're going to be pew, pew, pew. You'll be shooting one shot everybody no matter what. So, especially in that kind of situation, it's good. Next is going to be for PvP. PvP, this is actually going to be a very good build, again, with the have sneak. This weapon in particular is okay when it comes to a PvP situation, but because it is a bolt action itself, again, you have to rely on sneak in order for you to actually succeed. Okay, versus a Assassin Sentinel build, if you don't have the right cards, you have no chance. Especially, you will not have no chance, but you're going to need to still sneak with this build. What I do with this type of hunting rifle is that if you don't have the sneak card and you swap it out with probably, what's the other card that I was looking at? If you swap it out with evasive, and you actually are able to absorb even more damage, I would recommend to have evasive 3 in replacement of sneak, especially if you're going to be switching. Maybe dodgy, I don't know exactly. It all depends on your personal taste and likings, especially if you're always going to be in sneak mode. Maybe you can switch out secret agent with it, but that's with more of the build in particular when it comes to this kind of prefix, affix kind of combination. So finally, we're going to be going over how I overall feel about this weapon. This weapon, overall, I would say it's pretty spot on when it comes to everything. It uses an ammo type that's extremely cheap. I still don't know why the 50 cal receiver is worse than the hardened receiver. I still don't know why. I really, really, really wish that Bethesda could actually explain why a smaller round with less kinetic mass does less damage than a 50 cal, besides for balance reasons, okay? But this is still, it still doesn't make sense logically for me. So, with that, with the fire rate being so low because it's a bolt action, it's still a very good build when you're just questing, you're farming, and you just really want to get rid of an ammo type that you really just don't have. And again, this is a very good combination with everything else. And I personally, again, I would recommend it for questing. I would not recommend it for queen killing. And I would not recommend it actually for PvP. Personally, I would say the lever action has more capabilities of killing, or a handmade that's hardened that takes advantage of the whole non-automatic rifle perks, especially because, again, it's fastness on how you can put down a target. It's not a bolt action sniper going back, racketeering, and then putting another round in the chamber. It's going to take so long with that one combo, and it just takes too much time. If you guys like this kind of content, please leave a comment down below. And personally, to everybody, thank you guys for supporting all these videos. And I have another video coming up next, which is the build that will be going around for this type of combination that can actually kill Assassin's Sentinel armor within 1 to 2 shots. Again, thank you for everybody that was actually here, and have a great day.